Ojwang's death has made me to remember something. It has made me to remember that police stations in Nairobi should start to be demarcated, showing that these are crime scene. You see, it's really saddening for police stations in Nairobi to be marked as crime scenes. These are not remote police stations where insecurity is there. I hear, is it in is it in Kirinyaga or somewhere where a criminal was apprehended by police at a certain police post. Then these policemen immediately took the criminal to a police station nearby. When they came back, citizens said that they wanted that criminal, thinking that the murderer, they thought that the murderer was detained in the police post. Even when they were told, no, we have processed him and have taken him to a police station, they did not believe it, and they burned down that police patrol base, police post. I think it is somewhere in Kirinyaga or some, but anyway, wherever it is. I'm not talking of such a situation where the safety, those police officers who are in that police post, when the police post was being banned, if they were to be found, you see, it would be unsafe for them. I'm not trying to say that that is the situation. No, I'm not trying to say that is the situation. But I'm trying to say that criminals in uniform are turning police stations into a deadly place. At least on two occasions, and at least on two occasions, it may be more. We have had those strips. We have those strips that say scene of crime. Please keep off. We have seen it at least twice. The first one we saw it at Gigiri police station when Kware femicide guy escaped, and the other one is now at Central Police Station where Ojwang died. Imagine crime scene investigators taking the equipment not on a roadside to show the marking and mapping out the scene of accident in a roadside or in a building. We are told of an uncle who threw a baby, a 5-year baby, over the balcony and the baby died. She died. We are not talking of crime scene investigators going to such a flat. Crime scene investigators are now going to the police station to map out. We have believed that apart from places like the administrator's place, police station is equally a safe place. Actually, by law, by Kenyan law, if you have nowhere to sleep, you just go and tell the police you are supposed to be in the cell until morning when you find a place to go. Especially, okay, not even just a cell. Let us say that you are traveling in a new place and you get lost and you find that you can't find the person you want. And if you move at night, being a stranger in the place, people may attack you. So you can go to the police station, introduce yourself and say, I'm looking for somebody here, but with the darkness, I can't find the place. They'll tell you to sit with them there at the report office until sunrise, when you'll not be booked until morning, when you'll try to look for your bearing. But then, police stations within the capital are becoming very funny. If the Nairobi police were a human being, the way they are talking, the way they are conducting themselves, I would have told, someone would have told them that, can you go for medication? Because every time they talk, they contradict the last sentence. B contradicts A, C contradicts B, D contradicts C, and so on and so forth. So, if it was an individual, we could say that he goes to Madare for mental checkup. For example, one, they say that Ojwang hit himself on the wall until he died. Two, they said, no, 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 no. He was brought in from Nyanza while he was sick. Don't you see we even indicated in the sales register that he was sick? Three, no, 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 no. The OCS refused to enter him in the OB because of the condition that he was in. Four, no, 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 no. There are some cellmates who are ready to give evidence of what happened. No, 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 no. He was alone in the cells. Now, if he was placed in a cell alone, why are you saying that we have some cellmates who are ready to give evidence? Six, no, 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 no. He was found irresponsive in the cells after a normal inspection. No, 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 no. We have seven. No, 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 no. We have found some cellmates who beat him up. Actually, we have even arrested two. I dare say that, no, no, mine now, I dare say that, no, 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 no. You are hiding a lot. What you are saying, you are hiding a lot. Welcome to Nairobi police stations. That one would expect strict sense of security and professional etiquette. It should be citizen friendly. It should be crook's enemy and an example of other police stations countrywide. But I'm sure that you'll be shocked at the city stations, of which I'll give you a few examples. Inspector Indeche, Benson Indeche, Deputy OCS Riruta, shot dead, not by crooks, but by fellow police officers because of differences over a barmaid. Deputy OCS. The same Riruta police station, a woman was killed and dumped at the gate. You can see how people are. You kill somebody, she's dead, and dump the body at the gate of the police station. The woman was a milk vendor who chose a place very near the police station, in the false belief that being near the police station was the safest place. She would wake up very early and start selling milk. Those people want to buy fresh milk so that they prepare breakfast. They would buy from her, and she believed that being next to the gate of the police station was the safest place. Wrong. She was raped, killed, and her dead body placed outside Riruta police station. It's quite some time, but it happened. The station that I was abducted. Imagine, I was abducted. Actually, some of the personal property that I was given were never indicated, and up to today, I have not been given back my iPhone. Imagine being abducted, being mugged, and your phone is taken 5 meters, not 5 meters, 5 steps from the counter. We now move to Karen police station. Here, the OCS, I think her name must have been Purity Kobia, or Purity Kobia. There are those vehicles, every police station you go there are those vehicles that are dealt in accident and whatever. He sold some spare parts for one of the vehicles at 50,000. Imagine your vehicle gets an accident, it is towed to the police station. The OCS steals parts from your vehicle. Not even a constable, not even anybody. The OCS herself steals things from the vehicle and sells them at 50,000 shillings. The same Karen police station is where Macharia Gaitho was mishandled by goons trained in Kiganjo. I call them goons because from my experience. These people, the way they handle you is the way. Have you ever been? They say that one of the hot spots in Nairobi is the National Archives. Have you ever been to those vichochoro of National Archives and 4 or 5 boys come and snatch your mobile phone? That is what Gaido went through, and that is what I went through by goons. You have heard some people say that I'd rather get those goons than meet the police. Now I know. I will not talk of Central Police Station because I have covered that severally on issues of Ojwang. We now go to Gigiri. A visit to Gigiri will show that Kushaiks or non-citizens, especially Kushaiks, are usually kept there in plenty, sometimes up to 2 dozens, and they include pre-primary kids. Now, I didn't ask why every time I go there I find Kushaiks, people who look like Ethiopians, people who look like Eritreans and whatever. You find that there are very many women and children and with kids who are even preschool. That one I cannot talk anything, but it is regularly. You find that they are up to 2 dozens there. I didn't ask for security reason. This is a station that was marked as a crime scene because it let out a femicide suspect. Hmm? Imagine police officers from the same Gigiri, 4 of them armed with sophisticated weapons, were going to look for somebody, me, as if I'm a state security threat. But if you ask them how, okay, I have to appreciate. I have to appreciate other people's feelings. I have to agree that some of the things we post, they are unverified. Some of the things we post are hurting and whatever. Now, which is more risky to the people? Why do you take a vehicle, drive it for 400 kilometers to arrest Ojwang because he has written an annoying article? And yet, if those people were, what threat? Sorry, what threat does Ojwang had Ojwang had to the country? He just annoyed one person who had influence. But the person who killed women in Kware, as we speak now, is out there. Why don't you take even a quarter of that effort to find that person? Remember, if Ojwang would have been alive, if Ojwang would have been posting those things even up to now, Ojwang would have not hurt a fly. Yes, he would have hurt somebody's feeling. He would have hurt a lot of people's feelings. Feelings, not life. But let me ask you, apart from God, who else and Jimaji himself, who knows how many women died after he was let out of Gigiri police cells? If you are so much committed to your work, character assassination is bad, but physical assassination is a million times worse. Still at Gigiri, the police canteen, a policeman who works at the parliament. It was just recently, a few weeks ago, he shot and killed a fellow police officer within Gigiri and injured a third police officer. That is Gigiri. The place where you just write something in the YouTube, you could even think, have you seen the Congolese, Brazzaville? Have you seen the president going to attend a meeting, how he's covered by commandos? Just go to YouTube and write a Congolese president arriving at a stadium. You'll see over 50 cops, over 50 military people protecting. Gigiri finds it easier to 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 look for somebody who is blogging. I'm not saying that I did right, no, but you are looking for like a small problem when you should have looked at those. There are people now who are dead because of Gigiri police station. March 4th, Constable Kipkoech Tarus shot and killed Constable Raphael Kimilu Wambua, who was attached to Central Bank of Kenya, Nairobi. For the 42 hours that I was in Gigiri, I studied the place to see how the quarry man could have escaped. Remember, it was alleged that he escaped with non-citizens. Why do I say non-citizen? I say non-citizen because assuming I was dropped in the capital of another country. Which capital can I say? Dar es Salaam, Kampala? Can I talk of Juba? Can I talk of Addis Ababa, Mogadishu, Bujumbura, Kigali? You know, if you are a person from another country and you are dropped somewhere at night, if you are dropped somewhere at night, they'll get you, you'll get confused. So that is why I'm saying that it is alleged that he escaped with non-citizen. Because if you find Nairobi-born people, just gets out of the compound and you'll never find him. Let me start from the cells. Quarryman was in a cell, which from what I saw was very secure. It was so secure, okay, it is so secure that I can equate it to a military guard room. I could equate it to a military guard room. Remember being somewhere for 42 hours, doing nothing, not knowing what time of the day or night it is. You spend a lot of time seeing a lot of things. So from the pictures we saw him in court, there was no indication that he was violent. So the circumstance of him being placed in a single cell is out. But then there are cells there, and in those cells, they are very wide. The cells are 14 feet by 14 feet. And then, okay, again, you can be placed in a cell if you are violent. You can be placed in a cell alone if you have a contagious sickness. Suppose you have TB or any other sickness that if you share the same room with people, you can pass there. So if you are not violent and you don't have sickness, then you will share cells with others, isn't it? From the cells, there is a corridor. There's a corridor. At the end of the corridor, I'm talking of the end of the corridor because movement within that is free. But even before you leave the cell, I saw there was the ventilation. The ventilation was very high. I can say that the ventilation is so high that I can place it at 9 feet from the ground. Why 9 feet from the ground? I estimated it to be 1.5 times the ordinary door. 1.5 times the ordinary door. And I think the ordinary door is 6. And then the ventilation are too small with wire mesh. They are too small with wire mesh. And having a small with the wire mesh, even if someone came with a welding machine and removed the wire mesh, an adult cannot pass through there. Even a child. The only child is a baby. A baby, pre-unit baby can be passed there. but any other person has to pass through the door. Now we were at the corridor. After the corridor, there is a rectangular room. There is a rectangular room. For you to get into that rectangular room, you are locked. The male cells are there, so they are locked from outside. It is impossible. It is impossible to open the door from inside. Somebody has to open for you from the outside. Those are the things I checked. There is no way you can open apart from somebody opening for you to enter that rectangle. Now, in that rectangle, just a rectangle like a TV or a picture, but on the left and the right are the shorter sides, but ahead of you, the wall that is in front of you, and the wall that is behind you are the longer walls. Now, I talked of entering that rectangular room being impossible. But let's say that miracles has happened, you have found yourself there. There are 4 doors to that rectangle. The first door is the one that you have entered it from the male cells. On your right, there is a door that goes to the report office. And it is so secure that it is also impossible for you to go to the report office unless it is opened for you. That is when, if you go towards the right. If you go towards the left, there is a door there. There is a self-contained, can you call it ensuite? There is an ensuite there, which serves as a women's cell. During daytime, it was open. I entered there because at that time, there was no woman who had been in cells. The only woman who was there was a Murundi lady who was being discharged when I was being booked in, because we exchanged words in Kirundi. I'm fluent in Kirundi. So for the duration that I was there was no female prisoner at that during my duration. So it was open, we could enter there. I entered there, so that it was just as good as any hotel suite, which is self-contained. The only thing it did not have a kitchen, but and other facilities like TV, radio, and of course. And then windows and whatever, they are not there. It is just there up there at the 9 feet that there are also those small ventilation, of which there was no sign of any welding or anything, whatever. And even if somebody cut those ones open, only a kid, pre-primary kid, a kid who has not started education, the only one who can be pushed there. So I've talked of 3. I've talked of and then what it lacked a mattress and blankets and whatever. Otherwise, if you are given a TV, you are given a bed and whatever, that place can be and Wi-Fi could be a very enjoying place. But that single room is for women. I would also say that male in Gigiri, the cells cannot be compared with other police cells. Now I'm back in the rectangle. I'm back in the rectangle, whereby at the back is the male cell, at the right is the single female cell, and to the left, to the right is your way to the report office and to the free world. Ahead of you, now it is impossible to enter the women cell. It was just open because there was nobody. When the women are locked there, you can't enter there. And if you have to go to the outside world, maybe your lawyer has come, or maybe whatever. You leave the male cell, you go to the rectangle, you go to the left into the report office. For you to reach the report office, you have to pass 1, 2, 3 impenetrable doors. Doors like those ones which you go to the bank safe houses. So for you to reach You have, for you to reach the report office, you have to, from the mail, what you have to pass one first door to the corridor, to the rectangle room. Then you go to the right. To the right, there is a one door. Uh, that is the second door you have to go. And for you to reach the report office, you have to pass 3 strong room doors. Okay, it is said that he ran away through the sunshine place. Let us go back to the sunshine place. You go back at the rectangle room again. I said at the back is the male, behind you is the male cells. To the left is the single female cell. To the right is the two doors to the report office. Now, for you to enter the place where you have to bask in the sunshine, you have to go straight ahead of you. You have to go straight ahead of you to go and they open another strong room like door into the sunshine area. Of course, the locks and whatever are on your side, but it is quite impossible to do that. Another thing that I was forgetting, within that rectangle place, there is a CCTV camera. So the day Jumanji went, I'm sure, just like Central Police Station CCTV, why should we have CCTVs that the only 3 minutes that we require their services, they are off, but they are always on other times? Why don't you just remove them? Now you are at that place where people bask their the sun from, isn't it? You have reached that place. It is said that when he reached that place at night, not even during daytime, when he reached that place at night, there is a corner, the corner farthest from the report office is where he is supposed to have cut the wire mesh and walked over the roof and went. I was there within the 42 hours. I basked in the sun for quite some time. And I want to tell you this. While basking there, I looked at it. If you go to the CCTVs that you'll see me looking at those places, even going to see where the CCTVs are. Let us say that now you go to that farthest corner. It was deliberately chosen. At the farthest corner of that Sunshine Bay is where he allegedly climbed up. Now, climbing that place, my own estimate is that it is 1.5 floors. 1.5 floors. People, you have seen houses. Normal houses are just the same floor, but you find that houses which are churches, social halls, and whatever, the first floor is usually raised up. And police stations also, they are not on the same level as houses, so they are slightly up. So, and then you add another place. It means that he jumped a place that is two times the ordinary floor. Two times. Stairs are usually 21, isn't it? Now, if I have to estimate, there are stairs that take you from one floor to another floor. Interfloor stairs are usually 21. I can estimate that that was 27 stairs. Those are 27 stairs to reach there. It is impossible, especially Jumanji, from the way we saw him in pictures, he's a small fellow. How, and you see, he had Eritreans and whatever. Eritreans and Ethiopians are not tall people. So how they could rise up to that, they only needed a fireman's what? A ladder. They needed a fireman's ladder. And it means that somebody took a ladder to them. Because even if is it weather or wind or anything, removed those wire mesh from the top, there is no way a prisoner can jump and reach that place. The only way he can jump up to reach that place, he had a ladder. Now, how did the ladder come in? I don't know. You don't know. because I was not there and you are not there. But there are only two explanations on how the ladder came. One, either the ladder was passed through the report office, first door, then the second door that goes to the, what do you call, the second that goes through the rectangular room, and then the door that, but why take the rectangular and then give them that way? Why carry the ladder and to take it all that way? Why don't you just, the person who opened that, in case that is the way it was opened, why did that person just open the door and tell them to go? Actually, that is how they went. That is what I believe they went. But anyway, let's say that. The second way a ladder can be taken to those people is somebody went behind the door, behind the office, and went to that corner that was there and dropped the ladder. Dropped the ladder. Is it a ladder or even a rope? And then the people scaled that place. Now, after scaling that, you see, I'm talking of impossibility, impossibility, impossibility. Then they walked on the roof of that cell and alighted next to the car park. They went westward for 20 meters. You see, for you to escape, you have to plan, because it is quite possible you can bump into the person who is doing night beat, night patrol. But this one was so sure that they had to take the 1,000 steps, knowing that they would not find somebody there. You walk those meters, I've said 20 to 30 meters. As you turn left, you get what we call, you get a T junction. On one side, the T junction, the road goes up to the gate. The gate. Now, when they reached at that junction, T junction, do you want to tell me that the guards who are at the gate did not see them? They did not hear them? I don't know how many Eritreans were. How many people are they? Now, all of them, if you count them, do you want to tell me that when you are at the gate opening for people, you can't see the number of people there? Then at the T junction, they turned left towards the police canteen. At that T junction is where police reside. There are so many police officers with their residence there. It was at night maybe, so policemen were sleeping. But for you to be so bold that you have to pass in the middle of where police officers reside, it means a lot. Then from there, as you turn left, you go to the police canteen. You leave the police canteen to your left, then go to the gate, to the fence, cut a hole there, then go to the free world. This thing was this thing was planned, and it was planned way well. And whoever planned it, now the report office personnel were arrested and they were charged and whatever. But telling me that the constables who are at the report office were the ones who planned that. Well, tell that one to the birds. Now that is Gigiri and what happened about that time. Sometimes when good things happen, when bad things happen, you will learn lessons from there. Because how could I go and look at the cell? I was given so much time that I had even to assess it. Remember, I was at technical high school. I did technical drawing. So technical drawing is the basic architecture. So you can see that those people are now out. They are in the field, in the open, next to Karura Forest. And them big next to Karura Forest and being, and you know, those are places where there are rich people. If you are seen meandering, whatever, they raise an alarm that you are a suspicious looking person. And when they say that you can be arrested. And as I said, there were some foreigners there. Somebody hit a jackpot. Not only did he hit a jackpot, he hit two jackpots at the same time. Remember, the foreigners who went away, I don't think he let them free, just freely. He must have acquired something handsomely. And also, the quarry person escaped. The quarry person escaped. I do believe that some rich people in Kenya are into human sacrifice. And I think somebody may have used the quarry person. I'm using the word may have used the quarry person to, he might have used the quarry person for human sacrifices, and he wanted him out so that he does not disclose the thing. Then there is this incident that happened in a casino. The casino was, I think, in Westlands. There is somebody, a police officer, who wanted to go on leave. He wanted to go on leave, and he talked to the sergeant. He talked to the sergeant. He wanted to be assigned duties in the casino for the 1 month. 1 month before he went home, he wanted to be given duties at the casino so that he raises money. Now, why are you saying people raise money at the casino? Casino, there are two types of police officers there. Two types of police officer. So we have casino in and casino out. Now, casino out are armed uniform police officers. This is something that is very legal. What happens is that if you have a function and you want police to cover that function, you go there and hire. You go to the OCPD, you fill in forms, you are told the amount you are to give, you give out that amount, and the police will guard the place for the period you have paid for. So the casinos usually hire the police because those people who play games at casino are very rich, and they have their vehicles which have got to be guarded at night. So when the vehicles are being guarded at night, they have to be guarded by uniformed police officers. After you have done your things with the casino and you are leaving, you find your vehicle is okay, you give the police officer something little. Remember, the casino, even after paying for the services, they usually even give the police officer something in the morning as they go home. So you find that, let's say at today's rate, let's say the casino will give you directly 500, and then every vehicle, the vehicles as they are leaving, these people, they leave at different hours. There is one who leave at 2 p.m. There is one who leave at 3 p.m., whatever. Every person who comes and finds his vehicle is okay. Maybe he leaves 1,000 or something. These are rich people for guarding his vehicle. Such things, they do that. That is casino out. And you know, casino out, there is also the rain, the coldness, and whatever. So you find that you are paid well, but you stay out in the cold. But as a police officer, oh, that is not a problem. Then there is casino in. Casino in, people play casino. When they play casino, you win cash money. You can play casino and win 1,000,000 shillings, and you are given 1,000,000 shillings there and then. Once you are given money, the management will tell you that they will not release you to go home at night that way. Because among the people in the casino, we have people who pretend to be playing casino, but they'll inform gangsters and you'll be followed and your 1,000,000 will be taken away. So you are told that we have police officers in civilian who will escort you all the way to your house. So you are given instructions after winning the millions. The police officer in civilian, will escort you to your house. After you enter your house, the police officer will instruct you not to open the door for anybody. You will not open the door for anybody until the sun rises. Because anybody knocking at your door at night may be somebody who has waited for the police officer to go. So for obvious reasons, the police officer in civilian gets more. Of course, the casino, whatever they give the police officer outside there, and whatever they give, let's say 500, they give the one outside 500, they give the one inside 500, or even 1,000. The one outside will get extra money because every vehicle going, he'll be given goodwill. But imagine escorting somebody to his house safely with 1,000,000 shillings or even 2 million. He'll give you something better and far. So this fellow wanted to be in the casino inn for a month so that it reaches a time when he goes home, for that 1 month he'll have collected something substantial. The sergeant agreed to give him the work, to allocate him work at casino, but he allocated him work out. There is an amount. There is an amount you give the sergeant. So first of all, you give half at the time he's allocating you duty, and the day you'll be going home, you'll pay the other half. So instead of the sergeant allocating him duty in casino inside, he allocated him work at casino outside. This fellow worked in the casino outside in Westlands for a month. And when he was about to go for leave, the sergeant asked for the other half. You see, he was annoyed because, of course, he had collected good money, but not as good as he would have collected when he was in casino inside. He shot the sergeant and killed him. That, if I'm not wrong, is if I'm not wrong, it must be Nini. What do you call? If I'm not wrong, it must be Loresho police station. But I'm not very sure about the police station. But it happened, and the station was Westlands. They were guarding in Westlands casinos. So you find that the purpose of this was saying that the case of Ojwang has reminded us, has woken up these ideas that I've had, that it is safer to work to be safer. Stations outside Nairobi are safer than those in Nairobi.